Bart and Comic Book Guy were arguing. Comic Book Guy wanted to charge him $200 for a comic that was originally priced at 25 cents. He told Bart that price only existed back in 1974. Disappointed, Bart ran into a professor who happened to be time-traveling in a time machine. Bart seized the opportunity and took the time machine through a time tunnel, landing in 1974. There, he successfully bought the comic for 25 cents. Even though the comic wasn't very entertaining, Bart found something way more interesting. A young, skinny Homer. He rushed into the school and said hi to Homer. Was Homer born with his neck-pinching ability? Just then, Marge showed up. Homer fell in love with her at first sight. When Homer tried to pinch Bart, Marge stopped him, which immediately turned her off from Homer. Homer took out his frustration on Bart, which led to an argument between him and Marge. It looked like they were never going to end up together. Bart started wondering what his future would look like, and it actually seemed 100 times better. So Bart begged Marge not to get together with Homer, but Homer overheard it and chased after Bart. As Bart was getting ready to return to the future, Homer snuck into the trunk of the time machine. They both ended up back in 2012. Homer, out for revenge, was stunned by how much the future had changed. Even the cops were too much for him to handle. When Bart got home, he discovered that Marge was now with Artie Ziff. Even Bart's hair had changed to look like Ziff's. Nelson had become their butler and treated Ziff like royalty. Shocked, Homer ran into his present-day self, who had now been replaced. The two Homers decided to team up for revenge. The next day, Homer showed up at the door to challenge Ziff, and he didn't come alone. He brought every version of himself from across the timeline. But when Homer launched his challenge, Bart and Ziff joined forces and beat all the Homers down in 5 minutes. Homer still wasn't ready to give up. But then Marge appeared and saw everything. That's when she finally realized she was in love with Homer after all, so she ended up with a whole crowd of Homers.